Oh, doesn't she look so cute?
You guys can sit right up here. We have
Plenty of room.
There's green, you got those pit, there's.
She looks pretty. She should be in the
pretty
front.
dress. Sandals.
Tractor you got now is fuchsia.
Her pretty ponytail with
How old
her
is she?
flowers.
Okay, we have a 5-year-old daughter.
Yeah, exactly. If it was that, I'd like it even more. Just hating over here. Yeah, stuff that's like.
Are you going to go to kindergarten?
I haven't heard the gavel yet.
Did you say Ariana? My daughter's name's Audrina.
Say the Pledge of Allegiance again.
It's a beautiful name.
This time slow
Would you
down.
like the gavel meeting
You
into
finished
order?
5 seconds before the
I'm just very fascinated.
Oh, how cool.
We're going to call this meeting to order. Please join me for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Holly, would you like to do prayer?
Yes, if you join me for prayer. Lord, we thank you for this glorious spring day. And as we are moving into the spring and enjoying the wonderful weather that we're getting, remember the spring is a time for rebirth of so many things. As the farmers across our county plant the seeds for the production of food to feed the world, as the young people are embarking upon the new eras of their lives from the universities and from the high schools, and as all of us are taking the opportunity to enjoy the many blessings of the beautiful country that you have blessed us with. Guide us in this meeting as we do our best to serve the citizens of Seneca County. In your name we pray. Amen.
Roll call.
Commissioner Kirschner, Commissioner Thomas,
Here.
Commissioner Stacy.
Here.
All right, I'll accept a motion to approve the digital audio video recording of the previous board session from Tuesday, May 9th, 2017, and the written index thereof.
I will move to do so.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have on our new business a proclamation for WSOS, and so I'd like to start there. We've got a lot of guests in the house, and would you first like to introduce?
A couple more, yes.
Okay.
If everyone could introduce, I'll introduce myself.
Okay,
Everybody else.
that would be great.
So this is Community Action Month. May is typically across the country designated as Community Action Month. So we always visit our sets of county commissioners to say, thank you for your partnership. Thank you for working on us with programs and initiatives to serve the residents of the county. So your prayer was very fitting for what WSOS is all about. We always try to invite some participants who have received services through WSOS so you can hear firsthand what impact all our programs jointly are doing to better the lives of the community. And in some cases that's community work, in some cases that's work with individuals and families. In some cases it's a combination of both. So I'll let folks introduce themselves, and if you want to say a few words about how the services have impacted you or your daughter, that would be wonderful.
This is Ariana. I'm her mom, Melinda. It's her first year with WSOS. She was in preschool this year, headed to kindergarten next year. Without the program, she wouldn't have got to go to preschool. So we thought it was pretty awesome.
Which center were you?
We were at the Fostoria Center.
Awesome. Excellent.
And we had a really great partnership that started this school year with Tiffin City Schools, and so we're in, and I'm not going to remember the name of the school.
Lincoln.
Yes. Yeah, I visited there, but I can't remember. So just a fabulous relationship with the superintendent and the principal there. So really, really nice building and great for our program. So we're happy to have a physical presence again in Tiffin, which we hadn't had for several years. So, and the need is certainly here. Thank you.
My name is Todd Robinson. I'm the WSOS Mobility Coordinator, and I've had the pleasure to work with Commissioner Holly Stacy on this beautiful Seneca County coordinated plan that the commissioners here approved last March in 2016, and ODOT approved the plan August 19, 2016. And what mobility management is, it's a voice for senior citizens and individuals with disabilities throughout the county. And what we try to do is to identify gaps and challenges and barriers of transportation in the county and try to improve participants to get to point A to B, if it's for work, for medical, for groceries, etc. And ODOT actually just came out with a new template, and Commissioner Stacy, and there's a steering committee that's going to meet on June 14th, and we're going to look at the new template and get this plan up to par for ODOT's recommendations. And a great specific example here is the grant funds is called 5310 funding, and Ron Davidson from the Opportunity Center utilizes those funds. So for example, if he purchases a vehicle, he can utilize those 5310 funds for ODOT to offset some of the costs. And the first question ODOT will ask Mr. Davidson, how updated is your coordinated plan? And he can honestly say 2016, and ODOT likes the plan updated every 4 years. So we're in good graces, and thank you for your partnerships.
But this year is an update because they have a new template.
Correct.
So, yeah, okay.
To be continued.
Yeah.
Sounds like that.
Hello, I'm Cindy Brooks. I'm with the Community Development Department. Our department is busy across the state of Ohio, working with communities on financial assistance, finding financial assistance for water and wastewater community facility projects. They also do, we also work with economic development planning throughout the state, and I work specifically more locally with the Sandusky River watershed. And also, as you maybe remember, a few of you may remember, the Water Pollution Control Loan Fund that was administered through the commissioners previously. It's now at the Health Department and continuing forward, still helping many families, especially elderly, obtain new septic systems, or now we're allowed to do tap-ins to municipal sewers, so helping them be able to maintain those services and improve the public health of not only their home but that around them as well.
I'm Tiffany Shaver. I'm the housing coordinator at WSOS and administer the CHIP program in Seneca County, which I'll let them, we've got a participant here that's got to take place in that. So.
Hi, I'm Terry Jacobs. I'm the Housing Energy Director for WSOS, and we offer many programs in the Housing Energy Department. CHIP being one of them, which is like a rehab housing repair program. And then we have energy programs that insulate the homes, and like Columbia Gas, AEP, First Energy, also help fund us in those areas of those energy programs. So, thank you.
So this means I should probably stand.
We had folks back here.
My name's Sarah McIntyre. I'm one of the rehabilitation specialists with WSOS. Tiffany is my boss through the CHIP program. I get to inspect houses here in Seneca County and help out where I can. And Mrs. Pupa came today. She's one of my clients.
And I'm Andy Shoemaker. I'm a housing and energy weatherization inspector for WSOS. We do a lot of the insulation work to make homes more energy efficient. And again, Patricia Pupa here we did a combination between myself and Sarah to help her out with her home.
Hi. You've heard my name. You can all laugh, and then after, my husband died about 3 years ago, and I didn't, from one night to the next, didn't know how I was going to fix the things that had to be fixed in the house. And I did a lot of praying about it, and someone told me about WSOS, and I thank God every day. I've got a new roof. I had lost my furnace, and I had to buy a furnace, but I couldn't buy the heat pump. And it all came together, and I can sleep peacefully at night now. Everything's done. All the workers were great. Everybody was polite. They cleaned up. It was a godsend for me. So I really appreciate this program. Thank you.
Where do you live, Mrs. Poopa?
I live off of,
In this town?
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
in Tiffin, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Hi, my name's Anita Sanchez. I'm a family advocate in Fostoria, Fostoria Center. I've been with WSOS for 21 years. So I've held several different titles at WSOS. Ariana is one of my children on my caseload, and one of my families. So we just really appreciate being able to be out in the community and having these connections with everyone in Seneca County and all the counties that we serve. It's just, we've seen a lot of things in 21 years. I've seen a lot of families be helped with child development and family development and all the areas. So my children also attended WSOS. Some of my younger ones did, so they were in the program as well. And I was already working with WSOS. So it's a wonderful program. I used to have a Republic Center when we had a center there, and also New Riggle, so I used to work those centers as well. But it's just, we help so many families in so many different areas, and it's just a wonderful program that I really enjoy working with, and we just hope to keep these connections with everyone in Seneca County, so, okay?
Thank you. And I am Sherry Stewart, and I'm also a family advocate for WSOS, and I can attest to everything Anita said as far as I've been with WSOS for 18 years, and I was a bus driver for 9 of those years. I've worked in Sandusky County as well as Seneca County, and enjoy working with the families, and have seen many, families get many services and stuff, and then just really enjoy seeing and look forward to seeing more things done with their families.
Thank you, Sharon.
Excellent. Well, in light of all that great work, we appreciate that, and we would like to deliver a proclamation to you from all of us commissioners, and I'd like to read that now. Whereas WSOS Community Action Commission has served the people of Seneca County since 1965, and whereas WSOS has been managing programs that serve children, like Ariana, families, such as early childhood development, community economic development, family development, Great Lakes Rural Community Assistance Program, and housing and energy, and whereas WSOS in 2016 accomplished the following in Seneca County. Served 206 children and their families with early childhood services, assisted 113 families facing a housing crisis attain stable housing or find permanent housing, helped 13 veterans and their families achieve housing stability, provided winter home heating assistance to 515 households, and assisted 109 medically needy families with air conditioners and or electric bill payments during the summer months, and weatherized 25 units and administered funds for rehabilitation of or repairs of 36 homes, and provided energy conservation assistance to 149 lower income households, provided training to 10 men to become better fathers, trained local officials, conducted 15 well assessments, provided 14 septic system replacements or repairs, and offered other community development services, and provided other assistance as needed to individuals, families, and communities in Seneca County. Whereas Ohio's 50 community action agencies assist, that's a mouthful, community action agencies assist with more than 3 million disadvantaged persons each year by leveraging federal, state, local, and private resources, including more than 32 million hours of volunteer time. Whereas WSOS has proven commitment to providing support and training to help local people make the transition out of poverty. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we, the Seneca County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim May 2017 to be Community Action Month.
Thank you.
Can we get Ariana to come up for a picture?
Okay, Terry, you got your phone?
Is that all right?
Because Alex isn't here, and he said, I have to get a picture.
Here, sweetie. I think she's a commissioner in training.
Well, we had an opening today, so it was appropriate.
We're gonna go back over. We're gonna put it in the Hey, we're color coordinating.
Yeah, yeah.
Judge Ariana.
Judge.
Oh, you get to hold the gavel.
Hold the gavel.
You can go ahead.
No problem.
Good job.
Oh, you're. Okay, I got it.
Thank you.
Should you afford the kindergarten with that? Good job.
Where did you go to kindergarten?
Already shoved something through.
Is Mike on vacation?
He's working off-site.
A board meeting for a board of supervisors, it's an annual meeting, I think.
Yeah.
Shane, can I make a motion to let Ariana run?
Good to see you.
Motion passed.
Thank you
And you
so
certainly
much.
don't need to stay, so that's, I appreciate you coming in.
Thank you. We are not offended today.
Yeah.
We're just jealous.
Yeah.
Enjoy the weather.
See you
again.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Good to see you. You ready?
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
You were right on time.
Every time we run out of the office, you know, there's always things that stop you. So.
Yeah.
Sure will.
You look so pretty. I know.
And now we can see all the back row people.
Yeah.
I just forgot to ask.
It's downhill from here, folks. You want to do the bid opening? It's on schedule at 10:15. I mean, is that?
Sure don't have any more? Sign sheet.
It's all about that gavel.
Yeah. She liked that.
Workers' comp covers paper goods.
Hopefully.
There's a story behind the title, I don't have time to tell it twice.
No.
I missed the first time. You stole it from Willy Wonka?
From where?
Willy Wonka.
How's the chocolate factory?
He likes you too, Shane.
All right, first bid, let's see what the project is. It's the 2017 Seneca County Chip Seal Project A. Engineer's estimate on this project is $84,685. And it says single chip seal along County Road 5 and County Road 25. So my first bid is from Henry W. Bergman Incorporated out of Genoa, Ohio. His total bid amount was $80,865.50, 80865.50. My second bid is Witta Construction out of Fostoria. Their total bid amount, $74,641.50, 74641.50. Those are the only two I have.
What's that? Weta, W-H-I-T-T-A.
Okay, So noted. So adjustments. I've kind of already adjusted the schedule, but the only thing that I have that isn't on here is the discussion of a request from the county engineer.
Yeah. I don't have anything to add.
Okay. Old business, let's talk about the airport. The airport needs crack seal and paint, and they have a couple bids, not bids, quotes.
Quotes, yeah.
And the lowest was 42,000 change from M&B.
43,800.
Okay, and so I think preventative maintenance is a good thing, and I appreciate the job we've done out there in maintaining the asphalt, so.
Yeah. It's taxiway, right?
Yeah.
The work that they're doing. Yeah, it's, as well, it's, I mean, it's, if you don't take care of this level, it will be a bigger ticket down the road.
Yeah. And he brought in that map to kind of show where it was last board session.
Yeah.
And sent those to Shane, and I didn't get a yes or a no last week.
So I
that's
would
why I wanted to-
move that we approve 43 and change to seal and crack fill and
Yeah.
paint.
We'll put the 43,800 into contract services over the airport.
I will second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Roll call now?
Commissioner Stacy?
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner?
That's for the runway, not the taxiway, right?
I'm gonna look.
That was the taxiway. He showed us both, I mean, at least in the picture, but.
Oh, it says runway.
Way to go.
Ron's memory's better than me.
Yeah.
The painting is the main. The only thing I would note on that is, you know, we need to do a better job of reaching out to Brad earlier so we know when these things are coming and how much he's thinking. So I think we're getting there, so that we can get, you know, we've got a couple not surprises, but things that we haven't talked about before that we didn't know were coming in this year. So from a capital budget standpoint, I'd like to start being less reactive and more proactive and know what's coming out in the 2 and 3 year period. So
We have emphasized that to Brad quite a few times.
yeah, and I think we can get there. I think we're on there with the engineering and like that. And you know, of course, we've got the engineer's office or garage coming up. That's another one that we need to get those things programmed in, and as well as all of our buildings. I think we need to talk about that, which leads me into the next conversation, which is meeting schedule. We haven't taken any action on meeting schedule, so you know, I guess we need to figure that out.
Yeah, we had just had some discussion on it and really didn't come to a conclusion on whatever. I'm wondering if we can do the work session in advance of meeting like we did today. Now, whether we need an hour, but I don't know if it's weekly. I'm wondering if we need, I mean, I think we need to have a business meeting, a board session weekly is just I mean, it just comes from my previous year's experiences, it's what seemed to work well. But whether we need the work session, you know, twice a month scheduled or call them when we need them, but versus plan on it every week. It's not that I don't want to discuss things and not that there isn't some things, but I don't want to feel like we're just filling the time and/or because we engage a lot of other people when we do that, not only our staff, but people who might feel like they need to be here, not sure if they need to be here, that kind of stuff. So I guess that's what I'm thinking about. I'm just glad we started doing work sessions. We started that 5 years ago. And I don't think the previous board, I'm sure previous boards somewhere in the past had done those. But that it is a great opportunity for open discussion and, you know, a little less informal than regular session, but again, I don't know if weekly is needed on that.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the work session, quite frankly. I don't, it's just it's a item that we can meet but not take action, and then we end up with this kind of awkward pause in between the work session and the regular session. I think if we go through the same routine, essentially. We did everything except pray.
Yeah.
And then we ended up with this awkward pause in between meetings. We have to do the same disclosure as far as what we're gonna talk about, when we're gonna meet, we keep minutes. We're pretty informal to begin with. So, my suggestion would be on a format there is to add a discussion session at the end of our board meeting. And then we can have, where we're still in session, and we can have an open discussion about things that are on our mind or topics that we're working on. But it gives us the added advantage of if we wanted to take action, we could. And it's a tag on to our existing meeting.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know if knowing, not that we can always, like we do adjustments to the agenda, we can add things. If we were gonna end up action, I guess I'd like the opportunity for people to know what we would be discussing.
Yeah, we have to
So
try.
we would list those, whereas in a work session, we can, like you said, if I had anything this morning and I thought, well, hey, this just happened yesterday, I could update on the Board of Elections. But I didn't know I was gonna see that directive yesterday.
Yeah.
Last week when we knew we were gonna have a work session today, so as long as there's no issues of that bothering anybody with, if we add things on or whatever. Or, like I said, it shortened the time frame and started at 9:30 and only a half hour before, if we needed, if we felt there was, sometimes it might just beneficial that if we, such as the clerk or somebody coming to the meeting, to have it earlier, but we could, whatever, I guess, different.
Yeah, I just don't see any purpose for, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's no benefit for it to be a work session versus a regular session.
No, other than to, like I said, feel like we weren't on a set agenda, and so we're talking and somebody's going, you gotta get all these things done.
Mm-hmm.
There was less of that, but.
It's just, we just limit our abilities, which is,
Yeah.
we can't take action.
Do you like the concept of a one meeting a week?
Here's the evolution of my thought. If we, had work sessions, or if we have conversations, and then we have to wait a week to follow up on that, I just think Tuesday, Thursday meetings that are session with a discussion on the end would be the way we would be most productive. For instance, we may talk about the engineers building today. We may need to do a little more research. It's another week before we have that conversation. So I can't see a reason to have work sessions because I don't think we can take action, and I think that's limiting. I think if we have a weekly schedule of 2 meetings, I think that would lend itself to the most productive. Originally, I thought Tuesday work session, Thursday meeting would, give us the Tuesday to do the homework, Thursday to make the decision. But why have a work session? All it does is limit your ability to take action if you're ready to take action.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of where I'm at on that. And, since we have a number of things specifically as it relates to facilities and decisions we have to make and discussions that we have to have, to move us from reactive to proactive on some of this facility stuff as it relates to 81 Jefferson, Carnegie, law library. There's a lot of things that we need to discuss. I'm thinking that we need the time to discuss these things and get on the same page, at least for the next 30 days. But so that's where I'm at.
I definitely feel we need a business meeting every week. 2 a week, I don't know. I'm indifferent, I just don't know that. I can see the point on the work session, whether it's discussion in part of the meeting versus a work session, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. On that so much, like I said, as long as we feel like we can have things and we can add things, because like I said, sometimes stuff's gonna come up that I just felt that was easier with the work session, but I guess we can do it in a regular meeting when we adjust the agenda. I don't want anybody to think that we're not putting things on the agenda because we're throwing them in, but sometimes we don't know about them until right before. And the published agenda's been out there, so I don't know if you want to, when Commissioner Kirchner's back, have any further discussion on setting something or what to plan the meeting. I just don't know that 2 business meetings a week, every week is needed. I think, again, it's a time factor, but I'm sure there's some of them, they get pretty thin on that Thursday. But it's.
Yeah, I mean, we have some big issues that we haven't fully vetted, you know. It's 81 Jefferson, Carnegie Library, Law Library. You know, that we've got a number of issues that we need to discuss, and you know, I've been here for 5 months and we haven't got them done. So I think adding meetings, maybe even specifically for those topics. I would say a work session, but why not just make it a meeting if we know what we're going to talk about and we may want the option to make a decision. So I don't know how else to move those things off of dead center and force us to talk about them. We don't have another venue to talk about it.
Right. Right.
And an hour seems to be everybody's attention span. So 2 hours a week, I don't think is too much to ask. But I really don't see the point of the work session before the regular meeting. That doesn't do anything for me.
Mike's here Tuesday, and we're scheduled for a regular meeting Tuesday, right?
Yes.
We're not scheduled for anything Thursday. And this week canceled it, because we had canceled that, because
Right.
we didn't have anybody schedule that kind of thing, so you want to, like I said, discuss what.
I would like to do Tuesday, Thursday next week. And do Tuesday, to discuss facilities. I mean, that would be my preference.
And I can be here Tuesday. We do have, and maybe that's just because Mike kind of pushed the work session, and it is on our calendar for work session at 9 o'clock, but.
On Thursday or on
Tuesday?
Tuesday? Okay. So just do regular session at 10 on Tuesday and include any and all discussion, and
Yeah.
do you want to plan on a meeting on Thursday and then between
Yeah.
2 meetings determine from there on?
I think that'd be great.
2 regular sessions next week?
I like
I guess I'm thinking of one. At least know next week what we're doing.
it. Yeah. Good.
So nothing this Thursday, 10 o'clock on the 23rd, and 10 o'clock on the 25th.
Yeah. That makes sense. All right, any other old business? New business, I want to talk about, the county engineer has some repairs he needs to do to doors and furnace. And the total ask from us is,
We had 30 for the furnaces and 20 from the garage. Total cost, what he has asked and what was done in the past is, the general fund covers half, and his road, his maintenance and repair road would pay for the other half.
Okay. Did he have an estimate?
Yeah, there was a 30,000 for the furnace and 20,000 for the garage, so that'd be 50, so ours would be 25 is what he would be asking for.
okay.
Or what he wants you guys to consider.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess I feel it's been a bit of a blessing with, he's always taking care of his own building. Our maintenance guys don't deal with it. And utilized, whatever resources he wanted to manage it and take care of it and deal with it. And he doesn't ask too often, so I guess I don't think 25 is a bad investment at all. He wouldn't be asking if he didn't need it.
Is that a motion?
I would move that we put in place, unless there's a resolution here for it.
No.
No, I will second.
Put in place 25,000 for the engineers.
With a note to give us a projection for 2018, what his repairs may
Sure. Sure, I'll agree.
Commissioner Stacy?
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Kirchner?
All right, would you like to go through the rest of this
Sure.
stuff?
I have have a resolution authorizing a fund transfer be made to the Public Assistance Fund, moving $68,796.50 to her Public Assistance Fund. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriations to the Public Assistance Fund. She's putting $6,000 into contract services. It says they will allow the agency to pay for fingerprinting services for agency partners and clients for the remainder of the calendar year. I have a supplement to the permitted appropriation to the general fund. This is putting $100,000 into contract services. This is anticipation of the FY17 Airport Improvement Program grant application, engineering services, and asphalt work at the airport. And that's not including the one we just did earlier. It was what he talked about the last time he was in. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriation to the concealed handgun license fund, putting $1,000 into supplies. I have an appropriation adjustment for the Soil and Water Conservation District, moving $500 from the HSA account to information and education. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriations to the general fund. This is putting $5,597.11 into equipment. This is at the request of the treasurer's office. He has PCs that are 9 years old, and he's been trying to add memory to them and everything else, and it's finally got to the point where they can't improve it any longer, and they're crashing on him. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriations to the general fund. This is at the request of tax map, putting $2,372.72 in equipment. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriation to the general fund, putting $3,000 into contract service. This is for the museum and the Ohio Historical Grant Fund. Holly, I guess you wanted to add anything on that one?
Yeah, that's the grant application that we did last year for board development activity. Yep.
And I have a supplement to the permanent appropriations to the land bank fund, putting $110,000 into other expense. A resolution authorizing the termination of lease and sublease agreement between Flat Rock Homes and Seneca County. They had used our bonding capabilities or powers, and it looks like they're ready to pay it off and move on. He's ran this through the prosecutor for review, and Derek said it was good. I have a resolution authorizing an agreement with Stantec Consulting Services for engineering fees associated with acquisition of parcel E3 Olson, E2 F and G Newman, tree clearing and demolition on behalf of Seneca County Airport. A resolution appointing Kaylee Lee Hoover to the Mental Health and Recovery Service Board. The term shall be commencing July 1st, 2017 and expiring on June 30th, 2020. A resolution authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter into a contract, Seneca County Road 50 pavement resurfacing. The total for that bid was $378,364.44. That was Griffith Paving. A resolution authorizing a sub-grant agreement with the Ohio Department of Medicaid and the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services on behalf of Job and Family Services. I think that's all I have.
I will move to approve.
Second?
And I have a question. I'm not sure if I missed one that you said that wasn't down here, or.
I think it was put on there twice on accident, that $3,000 one. Is that what you're talking about?
It was, yeah, that one I wasn't sure if it got stated, the supplemental appropriation to the general fund. 3,000, but then I thought you mentioned one that I
For
didn't.
like 100,000?
Yeah, mentioned
I
100.
didn't have that on here either.
What was that one? It was back to about the fourth one.
That was like the
Third or fourth one.
one.
Yeah.
I think that 3,000 one was the one from the museum, it might have just got put on there twice.
You said it was 100,000?
Is that the airport, did you say?
Oh, yeah. The FY17 Airport Improvement Program Grant Application, Engineering Services and Asphalt Work, putting $100,000 into contract services.
Okay, that just wasn't on the list too.
Wasn't on the agenda?
No. And then so we didn't act on the 3,000 twice, it was just listed here twice, that's why it looked like she skipped it.
Yeah, I probably
Okay.
just grabbed the wrong table on accident, I was.
Okay.
That's why I read straight from the resolutions that way.
All right, thank you, Brady. Clarification.
Second.
Commissioner Stacy?
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner?
Any other new business? Any comments from the gallery? Yes, sir.
I have a comment. The county put 3 chairs up there for a reason. I don't know how 2 of you can discuss meeting times or changing meeting times without the 3rd chair being full. Just a comment.
Right, I agree, and there needs to be some unanimity on meeting times and schedules. You know, we're all gonna miss meetings, you know, that's why there is 3 of us.
Right.
So that 2 can continue with action. You know, we all 3 have busy lives, so, you know, there is going to be, you know, times when there's 2 of us and we gotta proceed, so.
I understand that.
We just hadn't taken any action on it. So. All right, any other comments? Okay, we're gonna have a brief executive session, Holly and I, and we'll come back and
Do we
adjourn
need a motion and a second for that?
to,
To go to executive session, state the reason.
okay. I'd like to make a motion, we go into executive session to discuss personnel.
Second.
Commissioner Stacy?
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner?